Hello, my name is Robert. Welcome to the blog. And today we're doing a new segment that I like to call Top 5. And it's Top 5 of my favorite and awesome stuff. And today's Top 5 is the most popular apocalypses. Well, let's start with it. Number 5. Because it's more controversial and most people find this one fascinating. Everyone talks about it no matter what time in your life. You will talk about the end of the world in this way. Everybody talks about the biblical apocalypse, better known as the Revelations. This is an apocalypse that everybody talks about. It is an apocalypse that begins with what you call the rapture. After the rapture, depending on what you believe, the rapture is you die, you go to heaven. This is you're living your life daily going ha 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 ha, boom, you're in heaven. Heaven if you're good or if you're bad, if you're saved or if you're not, depending on what you believe in. Or some people believe that 1/3 of the population just dies. Yeah, I find that one comforting. But after the rapture happens, they're the last 7 years. The last 7 years is split into two parts. The world peace, where everybody in the world has peace. Sounds nice, sounds awesome, sounds good to me. But then right after is a world war of epic proportions. This one is where everybody attacks Israel and tries to destroy Israel. And it's the Antichrist versus Christ, and then Christ wins, and then the world explodes, and yeah, it's all gone, and then something called the millennium happens. But that's the end of the world right there. That is the biblical apocalypse. But that is definition 1 of apocalypse. According to Google, the apocalypse is defined in 2 definitions. Number 1 definition is the complete and final destruction of the world, especially depicted in the biblical book of Revelations. So that's the first definition. Second definition more pertains to the other 4 that I'm going to talk about. The other 4 is an event involving the destruction or damage on a awesome or catastrophic scale. Now, when I talk about awesome and catastrophic, they don't sound like they should go together. Yeah. Well, that brings us to number 4. This one's more catastrophic than awesome. Number 4 is the nuclear apocalypse. This one was more realized in the 1960s, right after the first atom bomb started coming out. The Cold War, everything. And everybody decided what would happen. It was America versus the Soviet Union. Everybody was going nuts. Mostly, if a nuclear apocalypse does happen, it's mostly we're going to die by the fallout or a nuclear winter or destruction. This nuclear apocalypse has been realized as the end of the world. Nobody wants this one to happen, but it is popular because everybody thinks about it at least one time in their life and in some way. Next one I want to talk about is the AI or robotic apocalypse. This apocalypse is more intriguing and more awesome the more I think about it. It is a consciousness making a conscious decision to destroy other consciousnesses. Basically, a consciousness known as an AI, artificial intelligence, making the decision to wipe out humanity. This is more realized in the movie Terminator with Skynet. I also think it's also the way we think Avengers 2. Avengers 2, who Ultron wants to wipe out humanity. So people think about the robotic apocalypse that way. There are other ways that a robotic apocalypse could happen. The TV show Revolution. Revolution has some awesome things to it because it tells you that the end of the world happens because of nanites, an organism that drains the world of its electricity, which I find very, very cool. Well, in the way that we lose all civilization that way, because you have no way to communicate from us to the president or from anybody else. Also, on another note, Transcendence was a really good movie because it also reviewed the idea of an AI system that was wrongly accused of being evil when really he was just trying to help, and it caused the end of our civilization and technological age. It was boring some parts, but it was a really good movie. It was deeply motivating. I liked it. You gotta go see it. Next one. This one's more popular than any other besides number 1. This one is the end of the world through alien invasion. Now this one, everybody has talked about at least once in their life, watched television shows with a flying blue box in it. Yeah, you get my reference. Alien Invasion mostly talks about the world ending through aliens coming to our planet, destroying it, and leaving or taking our natural resources. This type of idea has been more realized in the 1960s due to films being made in the 1960s, but it was around since the 1800s, with War of the Worlds was one of the first books to be written about the alien invasion. There were more before that and more after it, I believe, but well, definitely there was more afterwards, but more before it, I don't know. But War of the Worlds is one of the most popular books on the idea, popular radio show that frightened people, popular mostly all out. Alien invasions have intrigued humanity with the idea of TV shows or movies known as The V, Falling Skies, Independence Day, and many more. We all know what an alien invasion movie looks like. And saucers in the sky, or spaceships in the sky, beams coming down, just decimating the whole planet. That's the idea of an alien invasion movie, and an alien invasion apocalypse, because all civilization is destroyed. As I said, awesome destruction or complete destruction. And that gives us to our final one. Dun 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 dun. This one is the zombie apocalypse. This one has been more controversy and more talked about. You can look behind me. This is my dad's barbershop, and literally crossbow. Zombie apocalypse happens. I'm grabbing these stuff right here. Idea of the zombie apocalypse. It's the idea that the end of the world ruled by dead or sick people or bodies. And he's just coming at you, just wants to eat you. It is the core instinct of humanity to eat, drink, and sleep. Well, this one just comes down to the idea of being a predator, eating everything in it, eating everything living in its sight. A dog, a deer, anything. Humanity is almost certainly gonna die. The idea of it is a little bit stupid, but the idea of it is also scary at the same time. And people be able to infect people easily. I don't know how it will work, but many movies have been made with it. The first ever in the 1960s was known as The Night of the Living Dead. That was the first zombie movie ever made. And other zombie movies have came out like World War Z, Zombieland, Dawn of the Dead, and even the television series The Walking Dead. It all came out to the idea of the zombie apocalypse. And that's all for my top 5. I wish I could have made this more exciting, but it's top 5 on the most popular apocalypses. Please write down in the comments below what you think was the most popular apocalypse of them, or something that it could be any random apocalypse. What is the most popular apocalypse to you? Please write down in the comments below. Don't forget, like if you liked it, subscribe if you liked it. And also, follow me on Instagram right here. Follow me on Twitter right here. Well, this is the proper way to end a video. Don't forget, stay awesome, people. And my name's Matthew Proper. Enjoy your day.